What's going on, y'all? So today I got 10 muscle building tips for beginners, and you might be thinking, who the heck are you and why should I be listening to you? Well, you don't have to, but I'll let you know that I'm Eric Zapata with Eric Zapata Fitness, and I've coached over 500 plus men in the last 3 years to help them build muscle and lose anywhere from 20 to 40 pounds in just 90 days. Not only have I helped them, but I've been on a 22-year journey myself from when it started when I was 11 years old and I lost 40 pounds, going to my middle school and high school days of being skinny fat, to my high school, college days, putting it all together, and then to where I'm at now, where I'm doing physique shows and photo shoots, and now this is my livelihood of helping people change their life. All right, so tip number one is start with machines if you're not able to do compound movements. I would like to see you start at compound movements, but that requires a lot more working on form and technique. But if you're not there, then start with machines. That's kind of how I started when I was just a junior in high school. Reason being is because machines are it's a fixed movement. You just sit your butt in the machine, you look at the direction, and you're basically just doing the movement. You don't have to worry about balance, stabilization, and things like that. But once again, after you're done and you feel good enough where you're comfortable with machines, try to get to the compound movements such as deadlifts, squats, military presses, bench presses, because then you're gonna be working a lot more muscles. They're gonna help you get the most bang for your buck. So when you build more muscle, you're gonna end up burning more calories to give you a nice physique. Tip number two, do split style training. So don't just do full body workouts 2 or 3 times a week. What I recommend doing is choosing something like a push day, pull day, leg day, take a rest day, and repeat. Or try something like chest and back together, shoulders and arms together, legs together, take a rest day, repeat. Things like that will work really nicely. Tip number three, let's talk about rep ranges. I think the appropriate rep range for you should be around 10 to 15 reps as a sweet spot. You don't want to go super heavy at first, and you don't want to go super high repetitions like 20s and 30s. Once you feel comfortable, like you know what you're doing there, then I highly recommend doing what I did when I had the most fun, who was doing pyramid training, where you're doing like 15, 12, 10, 8, 6, or maybe even 12, 10, 8, 6, 4. That'll allow you to constantly start to really up the weight as you decrease the reps. Oh, I got a tip for you. You're probably wondering, how much weight should I lift? What I recommend doing is making sure every set, the last 2 to 3 repetitions are challenging and they push you to work harder so that you can keep growing. Tip number 4, have some structure and make sure you're tracking your workouts. Either bring a old-fashioned notepad and a pen, or have a mobile app. Make sure every single time you're lifting weights, you're putting in the numbers that you're lifting. Every time you come back to exact workouts, you know where you left off and what you need to improve on. Because always remember this, you cannot improve on what you don't track. What doesn't get measured will not get managed. So track in order for you to get bigger and stronger. Number 5, go ahead and increase the frequency of your workout days. So let's just say you did start with just 3 to 4 days. Eventually, especially while you have newbie gains, which is the most exciting time to be a lifter because your body just adapts this and you grow like crazy. Go from 3 to 4 days to start doing maybe even 5 or 6 days. Say you're doing something like a push, rest day, pull, rest day, legs, rest day, and you're working out 3 days a week. Now you might want to start doing push, pull, legs, rest day, push, pull, legs, rest day. You see how you got 6 workouts in instead of just 3. Tip number 6, make sure that you warm up prior to your workout and stretch afterwards. So what I want you to do is, whatever the first move of the day is, I want you to make sure you do 3 to 4 warm-up sets using very light weight so that you can get the blood pumping in the exact same muscles that you're about to use, and then get into your working sets, annihilate those, and then after the workout's done for the day, make sure to get some stretching in so that you can recover well. Tip number 7, make sure you ask for a spot when things are getting heavy. You want to get the most out of your sets. Remember this, people that are in the gym, they were once where you were at and they are willing to help, okay? It is so important that you get the most out of every single workout, so don't be afraid to ask for a spot. Tip number 8, make sure you have your nutrition straight. You have to have a structured meal plan. You can't be somebody just winging it like, well, what am I gonna eat today? Because that's gonna be too inconsistent. You need to know how many calories you're supposed to be eating, and you need to have a well-balanced nutrition plan, something that incorporates a good amount of protein, carbs, fats, and also micronutrients like your vegetables. So make sure you have some kind of plan of attack when it comes to your nutrition plan. Tip number 9, you gotta prioritize protein. That's the most important macronutrient of this all. So remember this, just to keep it simple, is aim for 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you're 180 pounds, aim for 180 grams of protein. If you're 220 pounds, aim for 220 grams of protein per day. That's gonna help you build lean muscle. Tip number 10, let's go ahead and talk about supplements. Now there's so many you can choose from, but I'll tell you about my favorite 3. That's protein powder, creatine, and pre-workout. Protein powder is great because if you're eating a high protein diet, it's just super hard to get in all that protein just through real food all day long. So it's nice to just shake up 2 protein shakes a day to get an extra 50 to 100 grams of protein just like that. Next thing is creatine, the most studied supplement out there, helps with strength, size, performance, just a great supplement to be taken. And lastly, pre-workout. If you're someone who's like me, super busy, has a wife, kids, a business, or maybe you have a full-time job and you're just tired and lagging, it's great to have a pre-workout supplement to amp you up for your workout. If you're not doing that, go ahead and have a cup of coffee or get some kind of caffeine supplement. But at the end of the day, I'm not really a big fan of supplements because I think it's a money game. I try to get most of my nutrients, you know, instead of just getting fish oil pills, vitamins, I try to get that through my real foods. So I hope you enjoyed those 10 tips on how to build muscle for beginners. And if you're a beginner yourself and you have no clue what you're doing and you're not having any progress on your fitness journey and you're looking to build muscle and lose anywhere from 20 to 40 pounds in just 90 days, you want a more structured program where you have a coach by yourself that will keep you accountable and take out all the guesswork for you. I want you to go ahead and find me on social media like Facebook or Instagram and shoot me the keyword transform. I'll know exactly what you mean, and let's have a conversation on how I can help you achieve your fitness goals. I'll see you in the next video.